Okay, so in this video, I have a Maze Runner game, and we were assigned to have a few changes and additions to it. The first one was having a avatar or an image for ourselves on the screen as a player instead of just a red box. And the second one was having something that changes the dimensions of the actual maze that we're playing in. And the third is one that changes the background, the color. So, in my activity main, I have a view which transfers whatever would appear from the game view to the actual screen. So that's this gray box right here, and those are the buttons that I'll get into in a second. So these are the two buttons I have. I have a new background which is changing the background. I have my new maze button which changes the maze dimensions, and where that maze button works is these two edit texts which are the inputs for those values. And in the main activity I have some sizes. This is where I'm changing the background. This is where I'm creating a new maze every single time. And that's about it. Most of it is in the game view actually, because that's where all the functionality is pretty much. So I have a new maze and a new size for each time that I'm creating a maze, depending on the color or the dimensions. I have my player avatar, which is the picture of me on the screen using a bitmap. And here are the X and Y coordinates and the size that's represented in the maze. I have a scale factor which combines with both the maze and the player. I have some backgrounds. I have my if statement for the player avatar with some bitmap functions, and for the width and the height I'm pretty much subtracting them by the scale of the actual maze. Here's where it's painting the walls in. Here it's where it's painting the exit, which was blue, and originally the player, which was a red box, was red. Here's some if statements for the array list with the columns and the rows. And here are also some methods with the columns and the rows. Pretty much everything. I didn't have to change too much to just add because I'm not really getting rid of anything, I'm adding them in. Here's some more parts of the video. And here, so I basically replaced this because it said player draw, and I'm changing that with the bitmap, which is the player, instead of the red box that was being used to run around the screen. And that's pretty much it. You have your float variables for the coordinates. You have my move player function, which is, you'll see in a little bit, I'm not really using a key, I'm just kind of dragging it like how you would on a mobile app. And I have all the walls being true and the visiting being false, logically, because you wouldn't be done with it in the beginning of the game. And that's about it. So let's go to the maze. So this is my maze. You can see me on the screen, and it runs pretty smoothly. This is a 5x5, and when you go to the next, or the blue box, it'll change the maze. So if I want to go to, let's say, a 10x10, just keeping it general, changes it. Yeah, it'll keep on going. If I want to go to a 15x15, it's going to be going up by 5, so over and over again. I can do that, and I won't finish it because it'll just take forever, I guess. This one was kind of shorter. And then I can go to even like a 20x20, for example, where it becomes even bigger and it takes a longer time when it actually becomes a maze, and it can get kind of lengthy with all the walls. So I'll just go back to a 10 by 10 to show the background. So if I want a new background, it goes to a yellow one. Then if I want another one, it's a gray. It goes to a white. So that's pretty much what I added. Those were the two functions I added, along with having a image as the player. And that is pretty much it. I'll just finish it. But yeah, that's my Maze Runner game.